What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is time for another bottom at Christmas challenge. If you've not seen the first episode in this little mini series, we took over Newcastle at the bottom of the Premier League in Christmas time, and we managed to finish in 11th place in the Premier League and win the FA Cup. Now, Newcastle was a slightly easier proposition because I still had £200 million to spend. Today, it's going to be slightly different. We're heading over to Spain, we're in La Liga, and the team at the bottom of the division is Mallorca. Let's get into it. So guys, here we are hired as the manager of RCD Mallorca SAD. They hire myself, and things are quite bad. Quite a bad state at this situation. Mallorca booked their place in La Liga by winning promotion from La Liga 2 last season. Current season they are 20th. They're already knocked out of the Copa del Rey, so that is a competition we don't need to worry about. And we have no transfer budget and 487,000 in the wage budget. Decent little stadium, good training facilities, average youth facilities, average youth recruitment. But we are not going to be here for long. We just need to get in, get some wins, and get out. So that we've got the top earner here. We've got a hot prospect. Angel is the top earner. He looks okay as a striker, but isn't in the best 11, and this is the top goal scorer that we have at the club. Actually not too bad. I don't like his composure at 10, but he's nice and pacey, he's good on the ball. Let's see what we can do with this team. I've not really figured out what we're going to do in terms of tactic or anything like that just yet. This is my first sort of look at the club, and hopefully we can figure something out here. So we need to sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, work within the wage budget, and minimum 3-year contracts for first team players. We need to fight bravely against relegation, and they don't care. They're not judging on the Copa del Rey, obviously, because they're already knocked out. I don't do press, and I don't do those meetings either, so I will change that to never eventually. But this is Mallorca, guys. We are currently bottom of the league, which is quite bad. We've got 2 wins this season. We beat Sevilla and Celta Vigo at home, 2 draws as well. Athletic Bilbao and Barcelona. So this team has capabilities, but we've got 14 losses as well, and some of them are quite poor. We are on 8 points. Safety is 𝘼𝙗𝙗 at the moment on 16, so we've got a decent amount of ground to catch up. Obviously, according to the season preview, 700 to 1, we aren't even expected to finish bottom, so we're going to have to figure that out very shortly. In terms of the schedule and their results, though, they started pre-season pretty nicely. Pre-season was good, and then it's all just gone really badly in the league. Back-to-back draws here. Maybe they thought they'd turn the tide. They haven't. I've just noticed we've got an affiliation with Athletic, which is very good because we might try and take some of their players on loan if at all possible. They've been on a run, a really bad run actually, 4 defeats on the spin in December. So let's see what we can do from January onwards. 𝘼𝙗𝙗 are the team, as I said, at the top of just above the relegation zone. We've got half a season to play with here, and we're going to need to make some changes to this team and try and see what we can do. In terms of the finances, we've got almost 220k's worth of wage budget to work with, so I can maybe change some of this around. So we'll have to see what we can do. But the main thing is going to be the tactic, and I don't know what I'm going to run yet. I need to take a look at the ability of this team. Kang In Lee is my best player. Okay, so something that requires a winger or central attacking midfield. Okay, got it. We also need to take a look at the staff levels. The staff levels are nowhere near good enough for my taste. We're gonna change the training and all that good stuff as well, as we try and avoid relegation from La Liga, which is going to be the biggest challenge so far in this series. Having Newcastle, I wasn't worried about it. They've got loads of money to spend. Despite the Premier League being very competitive, I think it was a relatively easy challenge. Let's see what happens this time with Mallorca. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything set up, and you're going to see me play my first game as Mallorca manager against 𝘼𝙗𝙗 and see if we can pick up a victory. But there's a lot that needs to happen in between now and then. Okay then guys, so not a lot has happened since I was last here, I will be perfectly honest, but we are about to take on Rayo Vallecano in our first game in La Liga since taking over as the Mallorca manager. The first things that we've done though, I will say, we've gone into the staff, I've cleared out all the ones that I didn't think were good enough, and we are in the process of rebuilding this completely. The main ones that I'm worried about are the coaching and the medical staff. We will tidy those up as much as humanly possible to make them better. Because we currently have the lowest goalkeeping, shot stopping, defending, fitness, what is TCO? Tactical and management, people management in the division, which is not a good position to be in. Naturally, I've gone in and I've added in all of my schedules, guys. You can find these on the channel. They are brilliant, without tooting my own horn. I think they are really, really good, and they really, really do help get the best out of your team. Obviously, you can see some of the stuff here, but there is a video on the channel. Download link, just go and download it. It's infinitely easier. So I've also tried to make some signings as well. I say tried. A lot of these are staff members coming in, as you can see all down here. We've tried to sign this guy from our parent club, Atletico Madrid. They only want 16k for him, so I can make the adjustment. I think he looks like a decent little player that will help out at this level. I will go into things a little bit more, but the Spanish transfer window hasn't actually opened just yet, and as you can see, my recruitment analysts and stuff are all hard at work trying to find us people who are either transfer listed or maybe available that we could go in and loan. In terms of the tactic then, before we get into this first game, I'm going for the GYRFM Wreck-It Ralph with this team. I wanted two wingers, I wanted two forwards, and I think the sort of high intensity pressing will really help in this situation. I will say the tactical familiarity on this though, not very good. Bearing in mind we've not had any real training of this just yet. Watch this go up over time though, and fingers crossed that will mean that our play style and stuff like that really does start to increase. As you can see on the screen right now, we're accomplished and competent in many areas. Watch this next time we check in at the end of the transfer window. Anyway, we're going to go into the tactical meeting. We're going to make those changes. We're not going to do the OIs. And this is the team to take on Rayo Vallecano. We are at home, so we kind of need to start getting some results here. So this is the team. I don't really know anyone in it. Mafio, Valgent, Ralio, Costa, Battaglia, Dani Rodriguez, Mbula, Lee, Nino, and Ndai. We're going to play this game out because in a lot of these sort of situations, guys, you don't really see me play the games. So we're going to go into it and see what we can do in this game. As I said before we got into things, Vallecano are the team that are the one above the relegation spot. So we really need to take some points off of them here. It's not going to be a case of going out and trying to take points off of Barcelona and Real Madrid and stuff like that. I think that's unrealistic. I think we need to go in against teams like this and really make things count. In those big games against those big clubs, we can try what we can do and see if we can get some points. But look at Vallecano, they've won their last 2 games. That is going to make things very interesting. And Vallecano have actually just slipped into the relegation zone, but we have a lot of work to do here. I'm hoping we can survive and we skip this one in and we get into the game right. We are not going to watch extended highlights whilst we do this for a YouTube video. Let's drop that down to key highlights. And Vallecano have started pretty well, holding the ball inside the first 20 seconds, but you know when you change from extended to key, this is potentially the first highlight. Please don't concede with the first opportunity that we face. Come on, guys. Let's go. Right, there we go. The danger's clear. Good, the highlight's over. That's fine. We're going to give a shout of encouragement to the boys. We're going to try and keep things as positive as possible. The dynamic is massive in FM22 this year. You do need to try and keep everybody happy, and we will be trying our damnedest to do that. There were a couple of players who wanted new contracts and stuff like that, so we've gone in and tried to offer those new contracts to sort of help the club dynamic, and we hit the crossbar early doors there. Nino's header rattles off the crossbar and goes behind for a goal kick. Some of you guys, oh, that's bad from our goalkeeper. Please say he's offside. Our goalkeeper's come flying out there. The defenders are appealing for offside. Is it offside? VAR says the goal has been awarded. What is the goalkeeper doing there, by the way? Oh my, this is going to be... Yeah, everybody's on side. It's a very good run. I just got no idea what the goalkeeper's doing there. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. Good start. Okay. Wow, that's derailed me massively. We're not really doing anything. We're not really creating anything inside half an hour. I thought we'd see some more positive signs from this. Battaglia wins the ball there. We're just... it's that tactical familiarity, I think, guys. It's just we're trying to hit it long, and it's just not it just yet. I'm hoping I'm gonna stick with this tactic, and we're gonna bouncing around. That is a horrendous goal to score, but it does not matter. 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 has scored and puts us back on level footing. Look at this absolute calamity of errors here. Back to the centre back, back to the full back, back to the centre back. Drills it against the centre back, the full back. And then 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 is there to head past the goalkeeper, who's kind of a little bit hapless there. Can't really do anything about his defenders kicking it into each other. Looks like we are in the ascendancy then. 58% possession, 9 shots on target, 9 shots, 5 on target. We're going to shout encouragement to the boys from the touchline again. Winning the touchline is quite an important one, especially I'm learning more in the PvP side of stuff. This is where I'm sort of, because I used to just let my assistant do it, whereas now I'm going to take control of it myself. I'm going to demand more from the team a little bit going into this second half. We've been pretty good. We've had a lot of shots, we've had a lot of opportunities, but we've not really scored. Corner for us then. Lee into Antonio Raulio, and we take the lead from a corner. Set pieces massive again in this year's game. Don't think that because SI patched it, it's over. Your corner tactic won't work. It will. There's still at the near post, still works very, very nicely. As I've just seen that they've brought on Radamel Falcao, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go out and give the boys some praise. They've come from a goal down. The lead 2-1. In terms of the league table, though, this doesn't really do anything. We are still a ways away from improving things. We're going to jump into the tactic now, and I didn't mean to click on set pieces there. We didn't. We're going to jump into the tactic and take a look at who is tired and who we could potentially bring on. Firmino looks quite tired. I don't really know at this stage which one of these guys I can trust. The only reason I'm going to bring on Angel is because he is slightly sharper than some of the others. So we will make that change there. We'll make this change for the guy down at the 6.5, and then the left back maybe, because he's on a booking, deserves his yellow card as well. Let's make that change as well and see what we can do here. Sedlar comes on, and that is our 3 changes with 15 minutes to go. I'm going to give one final shout of encouragement to the boys, as we are doing well, but Vallecano equalise. Falcao, number 3, interesting. Pops up with a header. Very good goal scorer in La Liga back in the day for Atletico. He used to have his Team of the Year card on FIFA way back when, and it was insane. Good cross in, and we're not really marking him well. Again, the goalkeeper's miles out of position. I think that's good for me to notice early doors, because that's going to be something that we're going to need to deal with. Goalkeeper, in my opinion, at fault for both of these, or at least not got anywhere near any of these. So it is going to be something that we are going to have to try and deal with. One final encouragement shout doesn't work. So we start this time with a 2-2 draw at home against Rayo Vallecano. I think we were the better team here, but this goalkeeper, guys, really, really not encouraging the fact. Oh, he doesn't enjoy big matches as well. Okay, we need a new goalkeeper. That's for certain. Whether or not I get them on loan from somewhere, I don't know. But it was a good first game. I'm going to sympathise. I think we were the better team. As I said, I want to keep that squad morale as high as possible. We now get on to 9 points in the league. We are 8 points away from safety. There's 3 teams on 17, 1 team on 18. I think Sevilla is the team that I'm going to target and try and chase. I don't want to really be involved in a relegation dogfight, but we will have to see. As you can see, coming up, the transfer window is about to open. I think I'm going to go and sign a goalkeeper, because that is just not acceptable, guys. I'm going to go away and play some of this off camera. We will come back at the end of deadline day, and I will give you a little bit of an update as to what's happened in between now and then, and also if we've managed to make any additional signings. I'll be back in a sec, guys. So we're back for part 3, the third check-in on this bottom at Christmas save with Mallorca. We are still bottom of La Liga. However, we've had some very interesting results. You saw the Rayo Vallecano game live. We drew 2-2, rather disappointing. We were a goal down, went 2-1 up, ended up drawing 2-2. After that, though, we took on Real Sociedad. They are a team fighting out for the Champions League, and Alexander Isak, who they still have, just tore us apart. Did very, very well. Following that, we took on Espanyol 1-1, rescued a 92nd minute equaliser. Fantastic result at home. We need to start picking up these points, and then we start to do it. As you can see, though, the tactical familiarity, which I will show you in a minute, is infinitely better now than it was previously. Valencia, we took on Valencia at home. We beat them 2-1. So Fernino slots, Angel scores. We are in a good spot coming from a goal behind again, and we take out the 3 points. We take out Valencia. I can't remember where Valencia are in the league table, but it's a very good result nonetheless. We then take on Real Betis away from home, and again, another goal right at the end, 94th minute winner there from Pablo Mafio, getting the job done. As you can see, 2 late goals here, saving us and gaining us 4 points, which is massive, absolutely huge. 3 points. 3 points. Gained us 3 points. In terms of La Liga, we are still bottom. However, the gap is much, much closer now. We still got that negative goal difference of -25, but we are currently on 16 points. And at the moment, the spot in 17th is Cadiz with 19. So just 3 points to gain now over the remainder of the season at the very least to kind of look at being safe. Atleti, our parent team, top of the table, which is amazing. We have spent some transfer money though, guys, I will say. Oh, I didn't realize that the backup goalkeeper is wanted by West Ham. We'll have to take a look at that. So we have spent some money. The transfers for me start at Ivan Spodžić. This is the guy I mentioned who comes in from Atleti. I think he looks okay. He's a backup option, but we are playing 2 strikers now, and some of these players that you can see here do play on the wing, so I actually brought him in just to be a striker option as backup. Daniella Rogani was on the transfer list from Juventus. I think he's an elite level defender. He was on the transfer list at Juve, wanted to play first team football, and he will play first team football for me. We paid £2.9 million for him. Comes into La Liga. He's played 4 games for us thus far, and is potentially part of the reason that we have managed to turn this around. 6.72 average rating for him, which isn't the best, but it's definitely not the worst. We also raided another team in Italy for Stefano Sturaro. He was on the transfer list as well as a ball-winning midfielder, box-to-box sort of type. Good at tackling, good at marking. I really signed him for his mentals. He's 28 years of age. He's not going to get much better, but in terms of doing a job for us right here, right now, I think he can definitely do that. We paid 475k to Genoa for his services. He's played 3 times and just got a 6.6. So again, it's something about getting the options in. And in that first game, you saw me absolutely have a horrendous time with the goalkeeper. So we fixed that situation. We went out and got Claudio Ramos from Porto. He was again transfer listed, so we had to spend our money wisely, and he does come in to be our new goalkeeper. I think he's by far and away better than what we have had. Comes in at a 3.5 star sweeper keeper, which is what we are playing in this particular tactic. So ultimately, things are going very, very well for us. I'm really enjoying it. It's a very, very good start. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to come back for the Barcelona game, and I'm just going to instant result it, but I just want to come back for the game against Barca so you can kind of see how we're doing. If we have managed to get ourselves out of that relegation zone, that would be massive. So stay tuned and I'll see you for that one in just a second. Okay then, this is the penultimate check-in of the video. We have now played 30 games in La Liga. We've just taken on Real Madrid. We've just taken on Barcelona. Did we beat them? No, we lost both games. Real Madrid beat us 4-0 and Barcelona beat us 1-0. We did pick up a victory against Granada. Things have been going pretty well since we were last here. I believe we last checked in before the game against Getafe, beat them, drew with Villarreal, drew with Celta Vigo, lost to Elche, beat Granada, and then back-to-back losses to Real and Barca. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games of the season remaining. We are currently in 19th, guys. So this is gonna be tight. We are 4 points adrift of 𝙈𝙚 𝙈𝙚. It is kind of between them, Cadiz and Levante. They all sort of keep switching and playing around and all of that good stuff. We are no longer bottom of the league. That is now 𝘼𝙗. However, I want you guys to drop in the comments now where you think we will finish come the end of the season. I'm going to play these 8 games really quickly, and then we'll see at the end of the season. But let me know down in the comments where you think we will finish with Mallorca. Have you done it? Why haven't you done it? Do it right now. Let's go. I'll see you once we finish the season. So then, guys, this is the final check-in of the season. We are about to have our final game of the season. I'm very intrigued to know in the comments where you guys think that we will end up in the table, because if we jump into things now, we are in 15th. Now, I don't know who would have said 15th, who would have said 16th, who would have said 17th, or who would have said that we would get relegated. I'm very intrigued to see. But we are safe with the final game of the season. We are at home to Addons. I'm not going to play the game fully, using the Vince skin linked down in the description. We will just auto instant result the fixture, because obviously we are safe. 𝘼𝙗, 𝙈𝙚 𝙈𝙚, Cadiz, Granada. And with a bit of unfortunate luck, Espanyol could also be dragged into this. Very intrigued to see how the final day of the season goes. Obviously, we've secured our survival. Last time you were with me was just after the loss to Barcelona. Since then, we've been wildly disappointing, to be perfectly honest, until the last 3 games. We took on Bilbao and lost 3-2. We took on Levante. We beat them 2-1, luckily. Got that sort of win over the line from 2-0 up. We then took on our parent club, affiliated club, I should probably say. It's probably not their parent club, it's an affiliated club. Atleti away from home. Luis Suarez scored a penalty in the 80th minute, which put them 3-1 up, so it was kind of beyond doubt at that point. We then took on Sevilla, shipped a lot of goals away. Sevilla actually conceded 5 and got beat 5-2. Then we started playing the teams in and around us and sort of in that bottom half of La Liga. We took on Cadiz, we beat them 3-2. You know what happens in FM, some quick goals in quick succession here. 55th, 63rd, 64th minute. As I said, goals in quick succession. We then took on Osasuna. We beat them 3-2 as well. Nice result for us away from home this time. Angel getting the penalty in the 86th minute, which he did score. We took on Vallecano, potentially condemning them to relegation. Firmino getting the goal there. Then obviously we've got Alaves on the final day of the season. We didn't have to worry about cups, which is fantastic. But one thing I did want to show you, remember right back at the start before we played Vallecano, the first time we said about the tactical familiarity. Well, working on it and training it, as you can see, everything is fluid as far as I can train. The next thing is all about positions, roles and duties, which do take a lot longer. As you can see, there's a few players playing here who aren't fully comfortable with their roles. The box-to-box midfielder, the ball-winning midfielder, the false 9, etc. They don't have the complete wheel of understanding of this position. But ultimately, I think we've been pretty good. The signings that we brought in, Ramos has come in and done pretty good for us, averaging a 7. He's conceded a lot, 34 goals in 18 games for us, but he's kept 2 clean sheets. He's kept us in games. I really didn't like the goalkeeper that we had initially, so we had to make that change, to be perfectly honest. Some of the other positions, Rogani's been injured a decent amount, averaging a 6.78. Hasn't scored, hasn't got any assists, but I think he's actually made us a little bit more solid in the games that he has played. And then Storaro, again, not really setting the world alight. 6.85 average rating for him, but again, making us that extra little bit solid. And then the guy that we signed from Atleti, 2 goals off the bench for the most part. He's got 14 appearances, 1 start, 13 sub appearances, and just the 2 goals. But he was brought in as a backup option. And some of the other players that have been getting goals throughout the course of the team have been doing pretty well. I've only just noticed that we've got this striker here who's away on loan who scored 12 goals. Good loan management. Anyway, we'll go into the tactical meeting. I don't think there's any additional changes that we need to make. We are taking on Alaves at home, and as I said, using the power of the Vince skin, I'm just going to instant result this. I don't want to watch the match. We are already safe, but I did want to complete the season live on camera so you can see what happens at home. 15th versus 13th. Do we finish the season on 3 points? No. Has to be said. No, we don't. We play okay in the game. Probably don't deserve to concede 3, but we were 3-0 down at halftime. Angel scores a goal. And ultimately, we survive. We finish in 15th. So congratulations to anyone who dropped 15th in the chat. I'm not live, in the comments earlier. I do appreciate that. So I've done England now, and I've done Spain. So that leaves me Italy, Germany, and France to go out of these major 5 in this little bottom at Christmas mini-series. Let me know down there as well who you would like to see me, which league you'd like to see me managing next, to see if we can survive. We managed to survive with Mallorca. This was a challenge, a very, very good challenge, which I really enjoyed. But they did have some money to spend, not quite as much as Newcastle, but they did have some money to spend. So let me know which country you'd like to see me managing next. If you want to check out this formation, this tactic, there is a video on the channel. It is GYRFM's Wreck-It Ralph. Please go and check that one out as well. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, drop a like on it down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on another one very, very soon.